Homer and Peter slathered their bodies with salt soap suds, scrubbing themselves squeaky clean before they started washing the car. Homer's movements were so over the top that even Fat Tony couldn't help covering his eyes. He began splashing water around and fooling around, the 2 strands of hair on top of his head looking oddly eye-catching. Homer didn't feel the least bit tired while working, but everyone around him fled the scene in a hurry. This bizarre sight even made a passing police officer stop to watch. It turned out that the Griffin family was going to move in with the Simpsons temporarily. Lisa was consumed with jealousy. Meg played the saxophone far better than her, making all the trophies Lisa had ever won seem like a joke. On the contrary, Bart and Stewie quickly became friends. Learning that Stewie was obsessed with high-tech weapons, Bart showed him an ordinary slingshot. Just a flick of the wrist, he said, and you can hit someone's kneecap dead on. Stewie instantly turned into Bart's #1 fanboy. Later, Bart showed off his skateboarding tricks, while Stewie, who had no clue how to skateboard, had to trudge along slowly behind him. Suddenly, Nelson punched Bart to the ground. Stewie asked him how long he had been putting up with this bullying. Bart replied that it had been going on for a full 10 years. Watching Nelson strut away triumphantly, Stewie's expression turned fierce in an instant. He set a trap by the roadside, waiting for Nelson to fall right into it. Then Stewie shot a tranquilizer dart, knocking Nelson out cold.
Cowabunga.
When Nelson woke up, Stewie had laid all sorts of torture tools out in front of him, vowing to make Nelson pay for what he'd done. A week later, it was time for the Griffin family to leave. Stewie had prepared a special gift for Bart tied up in the garage were a bunch of bullies. It turned out Stewie had rounded up every single person who had ever picked on Bart.